K-Nation. Sponsored by K-State Superstore and 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
Tonight on K-Nation, K-State offensive lineman Hayden Gillum takes us on an exclusive tour of the Wildcats' brand new indoor football practice facility.
And Kansas softball is back in the swing of things. Meet the Jayhawks, this team, and hear about how this squad hopes to have a lasting impact.
Plus, K-State men's basketball has a local hero on the team. We sit down with walk-on Nate Aubrey to talk about his role in the locker room and how he ended up on the team he watched while growing up. Welcome to K-Nation. I'm Lainey Gerber.
And I'm Glenn Kinley. We'll get to all those stories and a whole lot more. But first, it was an awesome, very good, all sorts of fun Saturday of basketball in the Big 12. At least if you're in Kansas, it is. Lainey and I made it to both those games. Trip to Stillwater for you.
It was.
And we'll get to that, but we're going to start where I was, in Lawrence. Kansas been on a tear lately, really earning that number 3 ranking. They might even move higher. The Jayhawks picked up a big road win at TCU on Monday, but like we always say, there's just no easy games in the Big 12. West Virginia came to Allen Fieldhouse yesterday on the bubble kind of a tournament bid, and they know that a road win against a team like KU would do a lot for their odds of getting in. The Mountaineers played on a mission. Kansas never led by more than 8. It was a wire-to-wire matchup with under a minute to go. Point guard DeJuan Harris Jr. turned his ankle, taken out of the game. The Jayhawks up 2 points with 30 seconds left. Kansas plays some lockdown defense on the final possession of the game. West Virginia doesn't even get a shot off. This team is good, and they can be good on offense and defense. Jalen Wilson, though, says his guys were locked in like never before on that last possession.
Being up 2, kind of gotta keep them off the line a little bit, and they were feeling themselves. They were hot, so it was important for us to make them at least take a contested shot regardless of where it was. And fortunately they got into the paint and kind of got scrambled a little bit, and we got a good call. Yeah, I'm for sure thinking no threes. They hit a 3 in that moment. It'll probably be pretty tough for us to get a shot, and if we do it, it won't be a good shot. So the whole time I'm thinking just no fouls, no threes, and contested 2-pointer.
No fouls, no threes, and they didn't even get a contested 2-pointer off. Hey, no easy games in the Big 12, though, especially against a Bob Huggins-led West Virginia team. A little teaser, actually. We're going to hear more from Bill Self about just how tough the Big 12 is. Might be the toughest it's been since he started coaching in the Big 12, even. The Jayhawks 24-5, 12-4 in conference play. They're alone in first place in the conference.
Well, we could basically copy and paste that game recap for this K-State game.
Similar matchups.
Yeah, K-State was down in Stillwater, and I went there with them. Wildcats get a big win hosting Jerome Tang's old squad on Tuesday, and then a road win against the Cowboys. Like KU, another close game. K-State just never led by more than 7, and another wire-to-wire finish. Coach Tang even got a tech called on him, which really fired his guys up.
Fired me up.
Guard Marquise Noel goes for 22 points and 8 assists, making a push for Conference Player of the Year, maybe. Coach Tang says he's proud of his guys for grinding out a win on the road.
I hope that everyone who watched today saw their heart out there, and they just didn't quit. We told them there was going to be adversity, and you had to look adversity in the face and smile, and then slap the crap out of it. And that was our quote, and they did. To be able to continually come out here and give that kind of an effort and believe in each other, and we call it crazy faith. Man, to have that kind of crazy faith in each other, blessed beyond men.
And that win is the first road victory for the Wildcats in well over a month, since January 7th at Baylor, actually. K-State had lost 5 straight before this, all in the Big 12. Its record is now 22-7, 10-6 in the conference, and sitting 2 games behind KU for first place with 2 games to go.
I did not expect Jerome Tang to say slap the crap out of it in the postgame press conference, but if you guessed it, you were right. All right, KU women's basketball. They keep the wins rolling here on this Sunday edition of K-Nation. The Jayhawks completed the season sweep of Oklahoma State, winning 66-57. Not a great weekend to be Oklahoma State, but that's besides the point.
No.
The Cowgirls, it actually snaps a 6-game winning streak that they were on. Plus, Coach Brandon Schneider picks up career win 500 in his college coaching career. KU led at the end of every quarter and even outscored OSU by 18 in the paint. Chandler Prater, she scored 18. She also pulled down 9 rebounds. Zakiya Franklin and Yvette Mayberry, 15 apiece. A career day for Tiana Jackson. Got her 18th double-double of the season with 12 points and, get this, 21 rebounds. How about 5 blocks to go with it? Quite the day. She has 82 blocks on the season, moving her to 5th all-time on the KU single season block chart. It's a block party. KU is at home on Wednesday to play number 20 Iowa State. That should be a good game.
Yeah, 18 points, or outscoring by 18 points in the paint isn't a lot when you have Tiana Jackson.
Right.
K-State women's basketball was at West Virginia this weekend. The Cats rallied from a 19-point deficit in the first half to tie the game in the fourth quarter, but West Virginia just used a late run to hold them off and beat K-State 67-58. The Wildcats did put together a 15-0 run in the third that led them to tying the game, but here's the kicker. K-State entered the game averaging 21 free throw attempts per game, but attempted just 9 throughout the whole game yesterday. Serena Sundell finished with 21 points, 4 assists, 3 steals, and 2 block shots. She does it all.
Filling up the stat sheet.
Jalen Glenn added 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 steals. And Eliza Maupin came off the bench to chip in with 11 points and 9 rebounds and a career-high 26 minutes for her. She's just a freshman, so that could be a taste of the future. Next, the Cats are at OU on Wednesday.
They are going to be so good next year.
And the second edition of the Sunflower Showdown took place in Manhattan earlier this week. The first go-around in Lawrence was an offensive battle. KU took that one 85-72. This time it was K-State getting revenge with super strong defense, winning 63-45.
Wow, that's tough.
Yeah, the Cats held KU's leading scorers, Zakiya Franklin, to just 10 points. And Serena Sundell pops off for 24 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists. Should be a fun rubber match if these two meet up in the Big 12 tournament.
They did the opposite of the men's squads. The men, it was K-State won the first game, KU got revenge, and that one, KU won the first game, K-State get revenge. And we're hoping that they both play maybe 2 more times, Big 12 tournament, NCAA tournament.
They're all just keeping this season so spicy for us.
Just for the sake of K-Nation,
Yeah, this is real. This is just a reality show.
For sure. We're turning it into one, All right, we know that Kansas has become a dynasty in men's basketball, at least for Big 12 regular season titles and a few national titles in there. We got to show you some crazy records here on your screen. The Jayhawks have won 20 regular season titles since the conference came together in 1997. Safe to say that winning the conference has become the standard in Lawrence. 16 straight from 2005 to 2020.
The next highest in conference titles in that time span is Texas with just 3. Kansas also rattled off 16 straight from 2005 to 2020, ended by, that Baylor team that did win the national title. Now Kansas is alone atop the Big 12 with 2 games left. 1 win claims at least a share. 2 wins confirms it outright. But after that 3-game losing streak, it didn't look good for KU for a second.
But they always find a way, right? And this team, led by Bill Self, says that a title this year would be even sweeter, especially coming off a national title and losing a whole bunch of top players.
To think that this team in the, I heard Vital say today that this was the best league in NCAA college basketball the last 20 years. He said it. Now, I don't always agree with what Dick says, but I actually agree with that. I mean, that's a pretty bold statement. And to think after losing what we lost that you could come in here and have a chance to control your own destiny and win a league championship at home, at least clinch a tie. Hope that fans appreciate how hard that's been on our guys and what a good level and high level they played at for the most part all year long.
High praise from Dickie V, but the stats back up the Big 12 just being insanely good this year. Average net ranking for the conference is 28th, meaning the average is nearly in the top 25.
That's crazy.
The next highest is the Big 10, which sits at 57th in average.
The Big 12 is just nuts. I'm glad that you and I aren't on a Big 12 coaching staff because we have to figure out ways to stop those other teams, and I think we would fail miserably.
Yeah, these coaches are something else. I don't know if Einstein could coach.
That being said, if you do want to add Lainey out of your coaching staff, holler at us.
I'd be happy to.
We'll get better.
I'll hold the iPad.
Hey, don't go anywhere. We're just getting started on K-Nation. Coming up, we hear from Kansas softball players and coaches on some lofty goals the Jayhawks have for their upcoming spring season.
But before we get to that, we're going to take K-State's first look at the new football practice facility. We got Mr. Personality, Hayden Gillum. That wasn't sarcastic either. He's an offensive lineman for the Cats, and he's taking us on this tour after a quick timeout.
Welcome to Jungle House, a shop for plant people. The Jungle House offers a range of in-store and at-home services to help your plants thrive. Not a green thumb? Don't sweat it. We're here to help. Jungle House, 924 Delaware Street, Lawrence.
Are you a super fan? K-State Superstore has the largest assortment of licensed K-State apparel and souvenirs waiting for you. And with our Super Fan Rewards program, you'll enjoy even more. Fans can experience K-State Superstore at the stadium, online 24/7 at kstatesuperstore.com, and our new flagship location at 520 McCall Road. K-State Superstore, official retail partner of K-State Athletics.
You have to live.
I'm sorry, Tex.
You don't have to be sorry. You never ran from anything in your life, and you're not going to start now. You got to fight it. Wait a minute. Oh, snap. Dallas just covered the spread. We got the money, baby.
Jamie.
Bang.
Jamie, could you just... Thank you.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Hold off!
Okay. Where was I?
Oh, I was dying.
Dying. Let's go.
Sorry.
Monday on Today. Blake, Kelly, Chance, and Niall. Carson has a sneak peek at the new season of The Voice with new coaches. Then Tuesday, country star Dierks Bentley performs live in studio. We're rocking it out all week, only on Today.
Is it a cream cheese?
Yes.
Next live, Riley Keough. Plus, coming March 13th, it's Live's After Oscar show.
Monday morning at 11 on 27 KSNT.
V100 is Topeka's rock leader. On your radio, on your computer, on your smart speaker. V100 with Bob and Tom in the morning. And Topeka's classic rock all day.
All right, K-State football is in the winter conditioning workouts, but the spring schedule starts in March, which is very, very close.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that March is already here, but
yeah.
They do have a new, insanely nice practice facility. Offensive lineman Hayden Gillum gives us the full tour.
Hi, I'm Hayden Gillum. Welcome to our new indoor. Right here, we have our cubbies. Every guy on the team has one. We keep all of our stuff here. This is something pretty cool. This is the foundation, and this is the first team that Coach Snyder had here. So it's cool to be able to read those names and the guys that came before you and help build this and start this amazing place here.
You guys have this brand new indoor field. This is the first thing you see when you walk through the front door. How is the turf so far?
It's great. It's like a whole new world. It brings a whole new freshness and light in here. It's been awesome so far.
And you said this turf is a little softer than what's in the stadium, but they are putting new turf out there. Is it going to be the same as what's in here?
Yep. They between this field and that field, they plan to make them match the outdoor stadium, so they were practicing on the same thing and getting used to the same texture and running and everything. Got plenty of space for everybody. It's pretty cool to have those up here and have one of our own. Those are our core values, so guys can always be reminded every bowl. It's cool to look back and see kind of the history of where we came from to where we are now, and to be able to put a couple of our own banners up there. Spice up the show, we have the party lights. If we ever need to do any fun activities in here, competition. Right here's the pit. This is where if you're kind of banged up, you're injured, you go in here, you keep staying in shape, be able to work out. The strength coaches work you out in here. They keep all of our equipment in here. It's super convenient. All the best equipment to make sure the guys are tip-top speed and as strong as can be. This is our training room. This is so important. This is what keeps us going. Our trainers are working around the clock, and it's so convenient to have everything in here. If you could sneak in here, maybe take a little nap, hang out. It's such a huge benefit to have two full-size fields next to each other. So we have the offense working on one, the defense working on the other. You can run drills, full field drills. You don't have to worry about running anybody, have plenty of safety. They got these towers so we can get the best film. And this is cool because it gives an area for recruits and families that come to practice to be able to watch and hang out, you know. It's cool to see, like, because I came from the other indoor and I've been able to be a K-State fan my whole life, so to like see the progression over the years and the people that put in the work to help build this, and then to be a part of like helping to build this and then getting to reap the benefits of that. Not often do you get to live in some of the stuff that you helped to build. So it's cool that I got to come back for one more year, be in this place, get to experience it.
Quite the tour there, but now it's time for our top plays of the week. For KU, it actually happened earlier today. Wyved Mayberry gets the ball, goes coast to coast, attacking that defense, count the basket, and one slow-mo there. And the Jayhawks picked up a big win, too. That's the top play of the week.
All right, and for K-State, it is Marquise Noel dribbling around Oklahoma State's defense, finding a cutting Keontae Johnson for the layup. Glenn, we are just so spoiled to watch these two players and watch their chemistry unfold.
He was just running in circles.
Yeah, it all came together in such a short amount of time. It is hard to stop Marquise Noel when he has the ball in his hand.
He's really good. He can pass it, he can shoot it. Like I said, glad we don't have to stop.
What can you not do? We'll stick around. Coming up after the break, we are taking you to Lawrence. It is spring training for the MLB, but softball season's already started. Meet the Jayhawks and their goals right after this break.
Mental health is about emotional health and brain health.
Healthy children and families, and a healthy Kansas.
Go to acmhck.org to find your local community mental health center.
There's so many ways to turn your house into your dream home. From creating your new favorite room in the house, to screening in your back porch, to covering your patio, and so much more. Save 30% today. Visit championsunrooms.com to schedule your free in-home estimate.
Hear that? It's edge of your seat. He blows the body off the car. Entertainment at top speed. Camping World NHRA races where top drivers compete to be the best. But don't blink.
And who's got the horsepower? It is going to be Justin Ashley. A dazzling Top Fuel final.
You could miss it. It's the Menards NHRA Nationals presented by Pet Armor. August 11th through 13th at Heartland Motorsports Park in Topeka. Every ticket's a pit pass and kids 12 and under are free. Get tickets early and save at NHRA.com.
Sports! We have everything that you're looking for at Play It Again Sports.
New and used sports and fitness equipment with used up to 50% off retail.
You can create your own discount by trading in and trading up. Sell us your gear and get cash on the spot, or even get store credit.
Play It Again Sports has something for every athlete. All seasons, all sports, on any budget. We're open every day in the Fairlawn Plaza Mall.
Game on!
Fidelity Bank is celebrating 100 years, empowering customers since 1922.
If you're looking at doing maybe some remodeling to your home, debt consolidation, college tuition, your equity is there. Home equity loan is a great way to let your equity in your home work for you.
Your hometown Fidelity Bank. We do business right here at home.
Well, Kansas softball has been starved for success in recent seasons. The Jayhawks finished 3-15 in conference play last year, but they feel like this could be the start of something new now.
Start of something new. We might break out in a little high school musical if we don't.
I'm so down.
We got to talk to the Jayhawks instead, though. In fact, I went to Lawrence to hear about the local talent, hoping to be a part of a program turnaround.
Our team chemistry is off the charts.
Our chemistry is like top tier.
The chemistry's been awesome.
It's a top tier, off the charts, awesome chemistry the Hawks hope turns into wins.
3, 2, 1, Jayhawks! Team chemistry wins games, Coach McFalls always says. So when there's that close-knit bond between everyone, it shows up right on the softball field.
Come get it, come get it, come get it.
Chemistry alone won't do it, though. Luckily, this team has much more than that.
We always know that the talent is there. We're not lacking talent whatsoever. So if we just keep pushing, keep chipping away, climbing the ladder, we're going to do great. We have the talent. We have what it takes.
They're focused. They're hungry. They want to be better.
The saying goes, tough times don't last, but tough people do. And the trials of previous seasons could have long-term benefits for these Jayhawks.
We all want to work together. We all want to be the best. And yeah, we'll have some tough times, but we'll learn from those.
It's already shown up this year in several games. I mean, if we started off behind, we fought, answered right back in the next couple of innings. We've really done a great job of not giving up and giving up early. It's 7 innings for a reason, so our goal is to win every inning.
It's a group of players from Kansas playing for Kansas, so they have Kansas pride in their Kansas uniforms at the University of Kansas.
I've known some of these girls for basically my whole life.
We travel really well. Our fan base is amazing. All of our parents support us through thick and thin. So having everyone around Kansas, there's just that Kansas pride, and everyone wants to do well for the state of Kansas.
Last year's national championship was Big 12 versus Big 12. It's the best league in the country, a challenge that excites Coach McFalls and her team.
We just got to take care of business and kind of take it one game at a time. I honestly think that once conference gets here, we're going to have a lot more confidence the way we're playing, and hopefully we'll stay healthy and be ready to go.
Ever since my freshman year, it's been a goal to turn this program around. I think we're starting to get there for sure. This year's looking up.
I think we've got a lot of players that are returning this year that are just hungry to finish and do more, most importantly. They want it as bad as I do, so they're working hard. They're giving me everything they got, and that's all I could ask.
A great weekend for the Jayhawks down in Texas, capped off with a 10-0 win and a no-hitter today.
Man, they've been rocking and rolling so far.
Love to see it.
Well, coming up after the break on K-Nation, we have an exclusive interview with K-State men's basketball's Nate Aubrey. He's a Manhattan local living his dream, but Coach Jerome Tang calls him an answered prayer. That one-on-one interview is after the break.
Jefferson's is the perfect spot to watch the game. Come try our new Loaded Macs, or pull up a seat at the bar and match our cold draft beer with our new Mac Burger. Find us at 29th and Wanamaker in Topeka or online at jeffersons.com.
Hi, this is voice of the Wildcats, Wyatt Thompson. If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you will be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. For 24/7 non-judgmental support, just call, text, or chat 988.
Meaningful relationships built upon trust is a founding principle of the Trust Company. We help individuals and businesses create tailored financial plans and diversified investment strategies that adapt over time to your unique needs. Because we are independent, we can offer flexibility and creativity that many advisors and trust departments can't. If you aren't sure where to start or you're looking to make a fresh start, contact us today for a free consultation.
Have you ever encountered a leprechaun? Well, March 18th is your lucky day for meeting one at Blarney Breakfast. Rise and shine early for the all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet served at Blind Tiger Brewery and Restaurant from 7 to 10 a.m. Enjoy a tasty breakfast, drinks, entertainment, raffle, and more, all for a great cause. All proceeds help your friends with disabilities served at Capper Foundation build their abilities like walking and talking. Get discounted tickets online at capper.org or at Capper Foundation.
Jefferson's is the perfect spot to watch the game. Come try our new Loaded Macs, or pull up a seat at the bar and match our cold draft beer with our new Mac Burger. Find us at 29th and Wanamaker in Topeka or online at jeffersons.com.
Welcome back to K-Nation. Now, Nate Aubrey is a local legend down in Manhattan. Raised in Manhattan, Kansas, he's now a walk-on for K-State men's basketball, and the fifth-year senior is making an impact without even having to take minutes on the floor.
Yeah, Jerome Tang calls him an answered prayer. He says he was looking for someone with basketball experience and a heart for ministry. Aubrey checked both boxes, so I caught up with the MHS grad who's soaking in his time as a Wildcat. Here's our conversation. All right, Nate, thanks so much for your time, man. Let's start with this, man. You're playing Big 12 basketball in your hometown. What's that like for you? How did we end up here today?
Yeah, no, it's a dream come true. Like you said, growing up here, watching K-State growing up, you know, it's something you always dream of. And honestly, I never knew I would be on this platform. Last year when Coach Tang got the job, I still had 1 year of eligibility because of COVID. And I reached out to Coach Tang via Instagram, actually. I didn't have his phone number, I didn't have his email, and I just kind of told him my background. I told him my background in basketball, my background in ministry, and just, I didn't know how walk-on situations worked, but yeah, I just reached out to him, and he told me to come into his office the next week, and we got to talk some, and then over the summer I would go up to open gyms and play with the guys, and then at the end of the summer they told me they were going to move forward with me as a part of the roster, and so that's how I got here, but it truly is a dream come true.
Yeah, what did that mean to you when you got that news? They wanted you to be a part of not just Kansas State basketball, but a part of kind of something new of Kansas State basketball, kind of a new era, right?
Yeah, it was very humbling, you know, like going into it this summer, I was like, you know what, I'm going to try my hardest. I'm gonna show up every day, and you know I'm gonna enjoy the ride, enjoy every step. And so when I got that phone call that they told me that they were gonna move forward with me on the roster, I was kind of, I want to say shocked, but in the moment I was like, whoa, this is actually happening. And so I told them thank you and just how thankful I was for the opportunity. And then once I hung up the phone, I started calling the friends and the family. And they were all super excited. So
So Coach Tang told us about 20 minutes before we're doing this interview that he prayed for a guy like you. He didn't know it was you yet, but he prayed for someone like you with maybe a background in ministry and some basketball experience. Did you know that? Did he tell you that? And what does that mean that you were an answered prayer, basically?
Yeah. No, so he didn't tell me that initially. Once I got on the team and we met, he told me, you know, that he had been praying for something like that, for someone like that. And to hear him say that, it just meant even more to me that I was here in this situation, because I knew it wasn't only, you know, just something I wanted to do, or just some fluke that I was here, but it truly was, you know, God bringing me here to this spot and getting to impact this team in different ways. You know, like you said, you know, I'm a walk-on, so I might not be on the court during the games, but in practice, in the locker room, all of that. So yeah, it was really special to hear him say that, and, you know, affirming.
Yeah. Sounds like your faith is kind of a big part of that impact that you hope to have on this team. Even if you're not putting up 20 points a night, you hope to have maybe even bigger impact than basketball. Tell me about that.
Yeah, that's definitely, you know, I think the reason God put on my heart to be here in the first place. You know, I've played a lot of basketball, had success, had time being the guy, you know, on the court, obviously at a lower level, but I just felt God tugging on my heart, you know, telling me that, you know, maybe I'm not done with basketball yet, and maybe he has more to do with it. And so, you know, when I leave here, when I'm done here, I just want guys to know that I truly cared about them beyond the game of basketball. You know, I do everything I can in my power to help us, you know, win and succeed, but ultimately I just want to build relationships with the guys that go way beyond the game of basketball.
You told me right before we started this interview you grew up a Jayhawk fan. What's up with that? In the Little Apple, you can't be doing that.
Yeah. So actually, both my parents were KU grads.
Okay.
And so, yeah, growing up, I cheered for KU, but once I got the opportunity to kind of start, you know, playing with the team, and then, you know, really when I got the spot on the team, I was like, you know, I'm throwing that all aside. I'm
ready to flip that switch real quick.
K-State guy for life.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was interesting, you know, growing up in Manhattan, being a KU fan, but now I can finally say I'm here and I'm a Wildcat.
Sweet, man. All right, well, congratulations on being on the squad. I know you're making a big impact, and we appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, good interview there, Glenn.
Thank you.
And stick around. This show is still not over. There's more K-Nation after the break.
Come out to the biggest party in the heartland, the Country Stampede. Headliners include Hardy, Lee Rice, and Cody Johnson. July 13th through 15th. Tickets and camping on sale now at countrystampede.com.
Welcome to Jungle House, a shop for plant people. The Jungle House offers a range of in-store and at-home services to help your plants thrive. Not a green thumb? Don't sweat it. We're here to help. Jungle House, 924 Delaware Street, Lawrence.
Golden Corral on Southwest Wanamaker Road has been locally owned since 1999. Come join us in our newly remodeled dining room with updated decor, a stone fireplace, and an enhanced buffet area. Breakfast served Saturdays and Sundays. Pickup orders and catering available. Golden Corral in Topeka is looking for great service-minded people to fill positions with advancement opportunities. Serious applicants can walk in to complete an application.
Come on in and join us
at Golden Corral.
Is it a cream cheese?
Yes.
Next live, Riley Keough. Plus, coming March 13th, it's Live's After Oscar Show.
Monday morning at 11 on 27 KSNT.
Come out to the biggest party in the heartland, the Country Stampede. Headliners include Hardy, Lee Rice, and Cody Johnson. July 13th through 15th. Tickets and camping on sale now at countrystampede.com.
Okay.
Back to work, lady. All right, let's talk sports betting. Kansas didn't quite cover against West Virginia. They won outright, though. That's what really matters. K-State was an underdog at Oklahoma State, so they cover and win outright. And we got the futures for these teams in the NCAA tournament. That's approaching very soon.
Yeah, Kansas has the third best odds to win it all. Wow. Would be the first team to repeat as champs since Florida in 2007.
Okay.
Jayhawks are plus 850, which is $10 to win 85, and K-State's a long shot at plus 4,500. Not too far down the list, though, so you could win some money there.
Let's win some money. Thanks for watching K-Nation.
Yeah, make plans to join us next Sunday and every Sunday.
Whether I start or come out the bench, I don't really care. I just want to win. That's all I'm here for. I don't care if I score 0 points. As long as I'm out there making winning plays, that's all that matters to me.
No lead is really safe with a team like that, especially, you know, they're playing to get into the tournament. They're playing for stakes, and we are too.